Good evening, welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. My name's Mel. We've got your third instalment of your ScanNCut tonight, and I've got a mic. Wow. Thank you. Give us a minute. Thank you very much. I've got a microphone now. You can hear me. No, hang on. Sam wants something else. We're doing that bit. Oh, I hope we're all. I tell you what.
That bit as well. Did you do that bit?
Give us a minute. We're getting there.
We're there. Can you hear me, Mother?
Tell you what, we'll do this.
Shall I put that back in? And
Good
then
evening.
3, 2, 1.
No, hang on, we're not ready yet. Give us a minute.
What was it doing? I
Didn't seem to be on.
so I'm not. Can you hear us, everybody? Can you ask if they can hear you?
Can anybody hear us? Can you let us know in the comments? Anybody? Hi, Mel and all, says Barbara. Anybody there? Hello, can you hear me, Mother? It's like we're in a seance. Is there anybody there?
Oh, yes, loud and clear.
Yes, perfect. Right, welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts.
You can tell it's
Third
live.
hour. You can tell it. You can definitely tell it's live. My name's Mel. I'm going to be taking you through your final hour for this Tuesday of your ScanNCut, and oh my word, have we got something exciting. This isn't supposed to launch yet, but it is. And you can get it right now, and it's really exciting because it's fabulous. So we're going to cut them all and build them all right the way through this show. So get them into your basket straight away. I'm just going to show you because you need this. I'm not even going to do how to shop yet. You need this in your life. This is fabulous because not only do you get the chocolate shop, the pet shop, and the wine shop, you also get all the decoupage layers so you can make them 3D, which is fabulous. Card shapes, tick. Apertures, tick. Gatefolds, tick. Absolutely fabulous. Now, not only are you going to get your SVG files, you're also going to get the Minecraft Studio. Now, this is brilliant. A collaboration, I believe, between our Diane and Sam, who's on cameras this evening. Diane's our producer.
Hello.
Now, there's a deal on this. Your MCS is $14.99 by itself.
Yep.
So if you buy it, you're paying for the MCS and you're not paying for your SVGs. Or you buy your SVGs at $9.99 and you pay a $5 instead of $14.99 for your MCS. Well done, you're shopping already. Look at all this lot. This is brilliant. Right, I can't lift it up, Sam. I know everyone wants me to do that, but it all slides off and my arm aches and I can't do it. So we're going to do it like this, page at a time. I tried, it was a disaster. So we're going to go, you've got all your cakes in your cake shop. You've even got your little lights, your little pots with your foliage in. You've got it all broken down, so if you didn't want it to be a chocolate shop, it could be a different shop. You've got all of these. I think it's quite quirky, Bird. Don't you think?
Isn't it? Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's
It
quite quirky, Bird. So you'll love this. If you've got your tins, you could even scale it down and make them fit in there. You've got all your little pets that go in the pet shop. Look at this with parakeets in there. Look at them. Aren't they fabulous? Got all your windows. Now they're going to come in useful for lots of different things. You've got your wine. You've got your little barrel in there. You've got all your bottles of wine. All your extra little elements that you can build up and incorporate. And then you've got digistamps. Now we did digistamps earlier on, didn't we? Showed you how to do those with Minecraft Studio and ScanNCut together. Marriage made in heaven. Look at this lot. How fabulous are these? Aren't they great? Love them. Every single element here, you're going to use time and time and time again. Look at these brickworks. Look at the floorboards. How fabulous are these? I'll tell you what these would be nice with. We need to do some stencils that are like graffiti. That's what we need to do, because they'd be amazing on there. Bit of Pink Floyd going on. Remember that, Diane? Bit of Pink Floyd.
No.
Yes, you do, you little fibber.
I know who they are, but I don't remember them.
Brick in the wall?
No, I know that, but I don't remember it. I only know it from Tim and that.
How old are you?
I'm 51.
Oh yeah, you're a lot younger than me, aren't you? I'm not. Right, then you've
But
got all
Emily
your
wouldn't know.
overlays. What?
But Emily wouldn't know him.
No, Emily didn't know who James was.
Emily didn't know who Bruce Willis was. It's the thing upstairs, and me
Oh, is
and
it?
Sam are always asking her.
All your overlays in here as well, and then some fabulous scenes. Look at these. Aren't they cool? So you've already got your street of shops that you can add into. You've got all the trees, the foliage, all of that you can cut into. I like these up here. These are quite funky. It's brilliant. Then you've got your backgrounds in here as well. And your little cake shop ones in there too. How fantastic is this? It's great, isn't it? Right, so if you want all of that for $14.99, $14.99 is the price of your Micro Studio on its own when it launches tomorrow. So you're either paying $14.99 and getting your SVGs worth $9.99 free, or you're paying $9.99 for your SVGs and you're only paying a tiny amount for your MCS. Whichever way, it's a deal, right? Now, I think you know that we've got Sam on cameras tonight. Designer Sam. There you go. Got Diane in the driving seat.
Hello.
The foot on the accelerator. And you got me for an hour. Right, so that is the main item of the show. What we're going to do is cut them all in the show, build them so you can see exactly what they look like. Remember, you can make them smaller by changing your percentage on your print setting. You can make them bigger by taking them into Micro Studio, adding the digi-stamps over the top. All of that can be done with this brand spanking new collection. Now, we have something else for you. Type win into the comments and I will be giving this Quirky Bird frame away. And I've chose this one because you could do a picture a bit like this with your shops, or mix and match them both together, because they work brilliantly together. So not only are you getting a brand new collection, but if you bought into Quirky Bird, and I know a lot of you did recently when we did that massive SVG download, then you can use them in conjunction with these as well. The chocolate shop and the pet shop would also be nice with the little cuties that launched today as well. You think we planned it, wouldn't you? Right, I want to talk to you about 140 pure print because you need this. This is fabulous. Now then, when I print, especially when you're doing something like decoupage, which is going to be featured quite heavily in this new collection, you don't want a thick card, because if you get a thick card, because unlike a die where it tucks itself in, the ScanNCut is a straight blade, so you will see that white edge. And if you're like me, you've got to go in and ink it all, and I ain't got time for that. 140 pure print is perfect. I've printed one of them on a laser, so you can see what it looks like on a laser colour laser printer, and I actually prefer them on an inkjet because of the designs, because they're buildings. For me personally, I prefer them on inkjet. So if you've got an inkjet, you're good to go. This, either laser or inkjet, really doesn't matter which. So pop that into your basket while we've got it. Shop Pure, $12.99. Now I do want to talk to you about these metallic pens because these have been super busy today. This is a fantastic product. I mean, the metallic that's in these pens is really, really striking. In fact, let me just show you a couple of them on here. The metallic on here is absolutely fabulous. So if I lift that up for you now, not even dried yet, and you can see the sheen. Put it on my hand this morning, you could even see the sheen on there. But that metallic, look at that flash there. These are superb. Now I'm going to show you the white one, because the white one...
A couple of people are saying the sound's not quite as good as it should be. Can you check that's fully clicked right in, Sam?
Bear with us a minute while we sort you out. I can't shout, it might be my voice to be fair. Hello, is there anybody there? That better? Is it better? Let us know. Diane stood there waiting.
There are also people having a bit of problem checking out the download, but Katie and Jane are on it.
Okay, Katie and Jane are on it. You're having trouble checking out the download.
People are saying YouTube's not working.
YouTube.
I can see it and Katie can see it.
So YouTube's working our end.
YouTube.
Can you refresh YouTube? Have we got it? We're doing well tonight, aren't we? Hey, we're doing well. Are we there? Have they got us? Can you see us?
Yeah, I can see YouTube. Everybody's saying yes, that's better.
Perfect.
Okay, thank
Right, now then, I want to talk to you about this. This is important. I know you want to see the download. I know we want to get to demo. We'll do it. But I need you to talk to you about this because this, if I'd found this tape 38 years ago when I started my journey in craft as a living, I would never have switched to any other tape. I've gone through tape runners that all tangle up, sticky dots that literally got everywhere, double-sided tape that you couldn't get the backing off, finger lift tape, really? Didn't work for me. Red liner tape, where it stuck to you, literally, like glue. This is superb. Now, I've no idea how it works, and I actually don't care because it's a super strong, so it's a strong hold on most surfaces, but it's repositionable. It's also removable. Go figure. And it's a tissue tape, so it's super fine. And what that means is when you're building things like boxes, construction, big 3D pieces, you don't want any tape that's thick because then it won't fold flush. You need something that's super fine. You can use it with your micas, glitters, embossing powders, foil. It's superb. Now, when we ordered this in, we had thousands and thousands of rolls. We're down to hundreds. And you're getting 10 packs for $17.99. Now, here's the thing. In each pack, you're going to get a 1/4 inch roll, a 1/2 inch roll, and a 1 inch roll. And on each roll, you get 84 foot of tape. That's almost 3 double-storey houses on top of each other on each roll, and you're getting 30 rolls. That is phenomenal value for money. 60 pence a roll before you discount. Shop tape. Is it shop tape? I know. We're juggling here. We are juggling here.
YouTube's not working, but it's look, that is our YouTube.
Right, our YouTube's working.
So I don't know why it's not working but it's working for some people. So
It's working for some people and not for others. Yeah. I don't know.
So maybe come out and go back in.
Come out, go back in. I don't. It's not good asking me about technology. I have no idea. Right now then, vellum's back in stock. So all those of you that want to do that paper piercing that we did with the tattered lace the other week, it's back in stock. You're going to get 6 sheets for $12.99. It's not vellum, it's parchment. It really is. Listen. 10% of it's already allocated. This is the only vellum that or parchment that I would recommend you use on your embossing starter kit, because if that ball tool goes through a thin vellum, it will damage the mat underneath and then you have to buy another mat, and you don't want to be doing that. So shop vellum, $12.99 will get you that. Now then, these boxes, stay there Sam, I'm coming back. I didn't manage to finish this one, but well, we were in a meeting sorting out deals for you for next week. Oh, yeah, we were. I wanted to do a box today. And we do, oh, no, that's the wrong box. Oh, now then, which box is it? This one. Here we go. This one. Ready? Are you ready? Diane, you haven't seen this. You ready?
Ooh,
It's a mini book nook in a box.
that's cute.
Isn't that fabulous? We made this morning. Isn't that lovely? Right, we need you to try checking out again, please. See if it's working. You know when we say we're not professional or slick? This is the proof.
Yay, we love our YouTube.
Yay, we've got YouTube. Right, now then, these are $9.99 for 4. They're the best made boxes I've ever seen. They even come with silica gel in. That's how much the company care. These are superb. Now I've got a lot of other shapes and sizes coming tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's exciting. But get these into your basket and make your little projects. 20% of a massive stock. We had a lot of these. But we have got lots of different sizes coming tomorrow for you as well, so make sure you stay tuned. Right, come on, let's go and do some of this. So, what we're going to do is go through reflections. I know there's a lot of you out there know, but there's also new people all the time. So for this hour, we're going to talk to these guys. So pet shops. Shall we do the pet shop first? So when you print your reflections, this is on 140 pure print. You need to make sure that you print them at actual size or 100%. Okay, that's really important. It's not as critical as if you're doing it with dies, because if you print it the wrong size, you can always make the cutting file smaller or bigger. So it's not as critical, but try and get it right, because then it just makes life easier. So we've got, when you print it off, you'll see the brand that it's from. So in the studio, it's called Treats, Tails and Tipples, which is very apt because you've got a pet shop, a wine shop and a chocolate shop. That's like my three favourite things. No, I don't do wine. Two of my favourite things. And it will tell you the name of the file and the size. So this is the pet shop and it's the large version. Then you'll also get your decoupage layers. Look how many layers you've got on here. This is fabulous. So I'm going to cut out the decoupage layers. We're going to do that bit. And then while it's cutting out, we're going to build it because I've already got one cut. And I will tell you what I did was cut it all out and then I backed it on card because I want these as little ornaments because I think they're going to be really, really sweet. I don't just want them to go on cards. You also get your matte layers for these as well, which is fabulous. So let's get this cutting. Treating myself to a new mat this afternoon. I had to throw 3 of them out today because they've literally dropped to bits. They're starting to bow a little bit on my machine, and I was like, no, we can't have that. So we got a new one. Don't do that very often, but every now and again. Right, so I've got the files on my USB. So we're going to retrieve the information. You can lean, Sam, if you want. There's nothing in here that's going to get in your way, I don't think. Yeah, give us that here. Yeah, pass it over here and then I can get some glue. Thank you. There we go. Right, we're going to retrieve the information from the USB. All right, so we want MCS shops. That's what I called it. We want no, that's MCS. We don't want that at all. We want, where is it? Oh, please tell me I put it on here. It's got to be on this USB because I've had it this morning. USB. I've had it this afternoon. Where is it? What am I looking for? Where's that gone? Well, I don't know. Let me see if it's on this, on Dr. Dre. That's weird. That's really weird. Well, Dr. Dre won't go in there. Not sure. Where's that gone? That's bizarre.
Where might it be?
I don't know, because I thought it was here. Have a look in the back of the computer, the Mac, where you used to sit.
Yeah.
Laptop that's on my desk, or the ScanNCut that's on my desk.
Okay.
Please. That's weird. That's really weird, because I'm sure I took that out of there. I knew anything could happen. Right, we'll see if we can find it. And then we'll scan that in. So these are all the pieces. Let me move all this stuff out the way. Oh, dear me. It's a day today. Can you tell? It's been a day. Right. Let's have a look at all the pieces that you're going to get. So you're going to get your pet shop. Have you found it?
It's in the ScanNCut.
Oh, maybe that one then.
We'll try that one.
I've had that many different things going on today. Got this collection, that collection, other collection. Are we there? Oh, please, let it be there. Yes, SVG shops. There you are, 2 sets. And do you know what? I came in here and I went, Melanie, you've got 2 separate USBs because you couldn't take the one out of my machine to put MCS on because I needed to cut. And in 40 minutes, I have completely forgotten that. Wow. I even had a conversation with myself and went, can you imagine if you're on air and you forget? I think I might need to drink wine. Right, let's talk SVG shops. So, chocolate shop, pet shop, wine shop. We're going to do the pet shop first. So you click on that one. You've got your matte layers. So if you want to create an aperture or you want to create a card shape, because these are going to be brilliant as card shapes, you're going to cut 2 of your matte layers and glue them together to make your card base. Then you've got your reflection cuts. You've got your large, which is the one that we've done, original and small. All right, so we're going to do the large one. We're going to do the reflection decoupage, and that is your cutting file for all of that. So we press OK, then we group everything together. So you're changing it, so you go to edit. You're editing the object, all right? But what we want to do is select everything. So right now, that little red square there, that's the only thing that's selected. We need to select all of it and group it together so we can move it as one file. So we multiple select everything that's on the mat, so the image of the full mat. We press OK, we go back to editing the object, and this is several shapes with one box around it, that's group. And now we're going to scan it in. And this is why you need a machine with a scanner in it. Although we do have a lady in America who sent some videos today. Have you watched them yet, Diane, about the cricket?
No.
I haven't either. I'll watch them tonight because she thinks she's worked out reflections for cricket.
She said she's got loads of our downloads and she just uses them every day with her cricket.
I don't know how she lines it up. I'm intrigued to see how she lines it up.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a new thing. So maybe if you've got a cricket, ooh, that'll be exciting, won't it? Then we're going to press OK. We're going to keep going. We're going to scan and we're going to press start. Don't worry, I'm never going to go switch to cricket. I started with cricket. When we used to get cartridges, I remember that. I remember working for...
Like a teardrop shape.
They were working for Bramwell's, and they were the UK distributors. And I remember Alison, who's one of my best friends, bringing it round one night at 8 o'clock, and she said, right, we've got it, it's here. And it was the only one in the country, and it came with Georgian basic shapes. I can remember that, a cartridge. And I remember plugging it in, and Mick came downstairs at 8 o'clock the following morning and went, are you even coming to bed? And all it did was cut basic shapes out. I can remember that clear as day. Right, so when you're lining up your reflections, you're just going to line up that corner. So as long as that red line there is over the rectangle that is around here, then it will work. It will fit perfectly. So then what I like to do is ungroup it, tap the screen, and just delete off that rectangle, because that will weaken the card, because it will cut that first. All right, so if it does that first, it then weakens this piece of paper. So I always delete the rectangle off, and then we just keep pressing OK until we get to please select and cut, and then we press start. And in probably about 4 minutes, that'll all be cut out. Right, shall we build it? I'm well excited about this. I haven't built one yet, I've been waiting. Right, now then, let's get all of these little pieces, because we don't want to miss any bits. Oh no, there's another little piece there. There are some tiny pieces in here, which is great. So, pet shop. Let's just have a look at the detail on this. So you've got the little windows, that's what you've seen in your Minecraft studio. The little flower boxes at the base. You've even got a little cat on the top of there and a little bird there. You've got a little dog there as a sign. You've got the cat in the window. You've got your little birds all hanging in the cages. Look, you've even got the little sign that says dog. All these little elements down here, another little awning or a cage there. Pet shop. How cool is that? The detail on these is fabulous. I hope we get to do more of these because I love them. I think they're really cool. And these will be very different. These will set your cards apart from everybody else's. Right, I'm going to use Pin Flare glue gel. So I'm hoping that this hasn't dried out. I know, it's all in the prep. I know. Should have checked. Caroline's machine is out of the box, asking how to do matte layers. Matte layers for... Give us a minute. See, I need another pair of hands. Oh, help. Send help. Right, I'm going to pop that in there while I read these. Let me have a look at these. My machine's finally out of the box and doing your lesson. How do you do matte and layers on ScanNCut, or keep doing my lessons? Lol. well, that's, yeah, all right, we'll have a look at that. Mats and layers. Have you got I need to know which machine you've got, first of all. Can you let me know which machine you've got, Caroline, and then I can sort that out. Is it in the apron you're wearing? No, Tim, I'm not that organised today, love. The box is fab. Put another question at the top. Question, how do you cut the circles out of a number 8? I want to make my grandson an 18th birthday card. Right, so I'm presuming you're not using a number from one of the fonts that's inside the machine's memory. Are you scanning one in? Because if you're scanning one in, you're going to ScanNCut data, and you'll have 3 options. One that looks like an outline of 2 shapes, a square and a circle. One that looks like a frame of 2 shapes, that's the one that you need. It will cut on either side of every line. So ScanNCut data if you're scanning in a number, and that's what you do. Find the middle option and use that. But other than that, you've got numbers in with your fonts in your machine. Right, let's carry on with this. So glue gel's working, that's always a bonus. So I'm going to put this little bit here. All right, now I'm not going to put the glue too thick on here or too deep because it's part of a building, so I don't really want it to stand out, otherwise it'll look like it's falling down. So we're going to put a little bit of glue gel underneath here. Rid of that malarkey going on there, and that starts to bring it out slightly. Then you go to your next layer, and it's really obvious where they go. If you struggle, just lay everything out in front of you and then you can see. So decoupage, the way that it works is your back layer will always be the biggest, and it gets less and less as it builds forward. So now on this layer, we can have it a little bit further forward because that building now is behind. Because this doesn't have a roof on, we needed to keep it quite flat. Now we can start to build up the depth and the dimension. I find it much easier to work out the syringe, but it's entirely up to you how you choose to use your glue. So that now lines up absolutely perfectly. Now then, look at this. Every single piece on there cut perfectly. Look at that. I tell you what, there's nothing more satisfying than that. I love that. Look at it. And then you just peel. Look at that. All the windows are cut out. Look at all these pieces. How cool are these? Aren't they good? You could even put an extension on, look. You could extend it, look at that. So you could have a double fronted shop. Oh yeah, we can play around with these forever. This is great. Love these. Right, okay. Let me... 20, oh, I don't know that one. 2240D is the Disney. 2200. All right, well, it's the same thing. So you'll have an offset function. Let me build this and then I'll show you. Okay. So this is going to go on top of here like this. So you're now building up the front of the shop. So it's now got porch. Do you know what? Stuff like this I could do all day. I love building like this. It's fabulous. Now I'm thinking if you've got a box, you could do these all the way around. So you'd have a shallow box. We've got some coming tomorrow. Perfect for that. Shallow box. Have 4 of these going around the side. How exciting is that going to be? We've got some great stuff coming. Just as I'm going off to Sandown with Stephanie. I know. Corinne and David are going to have a great time. Oh, we've got some amazing deals coming next week. Right, so we've got all our bits that I've then put on card. You don't have to put it on card. It's just me. My brain won't let me not. Then we've got an extra little sign. So I didn't bother with these on card because they're small enough that I didn't need to bother. So we've got pet shop. We've then got a little pot. Now this is an extra little pot. So this can, oh no, it's there. Look, there it is. This takes me back to doing Quirky Bird. So you've got that there. So your little pot goes there. Your little stands that goes there. You've got a decoupage element for this. Now, you know our graphic designers, this isn't just done easily. They have to literally cut it out digitally and then put it as a decoupage layer. I mean, the work that goes into things like this is quite extraordinary. It's not just a click of a button. unfortunately. Then we've got this little piece that's going to go into there. So that's the bird cage that's hanging up on there, like that. You've then got your little planter down here. This is so cool. This is so cool. I love this. This would be nice if you could print it on fabric. This would be lovely on a quilt. Right, they're coming in. Right. Thought Diane was coming in then. Thought you were going to come and say hello.
Just telling you, we've got lots of people watching.
We have loads of people watching. Thank you. And you weren't expecting this tonight either. So well done. You're getting in there first.
Oh, Caroline's is a Disney machine now.
Okay, Disney machine. We can do that for you. It doesn't matter what machine it is really. As long as it's an SDX, it'll have that offset function for you. Right, these little pieces now. Look at the detail. That's going to go in there. How cool is this? Do you know what? You could have just done the big layers, but no, we don't do that here at Highlight Crafts. We make it absolutely right. Now then, where's that bit going? That bit's going there. Oh, this is great. I'll tell you what, these would be really nice in resin. Pop these into your resin. These would be lovely, wouldn't they? How cool are these? Love that. I'm just going to press that down a little bit more. And then the final little bit is going to go in there with the bird in the cage. Look how fabulous that is. Isn't that cool? Now that can be your card shape. So what we'll do actually is we'll cut a card out and we'll put it on it. How about that? Because that'll do the mats and layers at the same time. She says, hoping that she's brought some card in with her. I think I might have done. Oh, blinking heck I have. I backed it onto card. That's just me. You don't have to do that bit if you don't want to, but that's just me. I wanted it to be really sturdy because I have a plan for what I want to do with it, and the plan needs it to be sturdy. Right, so we've got all our layers. Let's just get these off here like this. Get rid of all these pieces. They're ready for the next one. These would be nice inside a box, like a mini book note, wouldn't they? All these things that we're bringing you now that all start to work together. Right, we're going to have these. Did you print those pictures off, Diane?
I didn't, but I can get them on the iPad.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please. We've had Michael Stringer, I think his surname is, lovely gentleman, sent me a lovely email the other week. And he's finished his first book nook, and I wanted to show everybody because it's gorgeous. I'm well excited. Right, let's get rid of all this off here. So this is where you need your scraper. We'll be getting accessories back in stock soon. I think it's been Brothers year end and they haven't had a lot of stuff available. Right, so let's get a piece of card on here. I'm hoping this low tack mat will be tacky enough. Get all my little bits and bobs on there. And we'll cut 2 of the mat layers for this. And then we'll make it into a card. How about that? So let's press home and OK. So we're going to retrieve the information again from the USB, same thing as we did before. SVG shops. We're doing the pet shop and we're doing the mat layers. All right, so then you've got your large mat layers. So this is going to give you your card shape. Now, because it's uneven at the bottom, what I'm going to do is weld a little rectangle just onto there so it stands, okay? And then we could add some little bits of grass or whatever coloured card you wanted to use. So just to show you this is how you would do a mat layer. So if you go into your shape and go into Object Edit, these 2 circles here will create an offset, and they'll create an outward offset in 1/4 millimetre increments, or they will create an inward offset in 1/4 millimetre increments. So it's entirely up to you which way you choose to go. It will always start at 1.5, all right? So that's how you would do that. So if you, for example, you've got, let me just show you this. Let me just add. I'm trying to do 3 things at once now. Let's do this. Let's bring in, say, I need a shape that isn't necessary, let's say this one, scalloped edge, and set it on the mat. If you just make that bigger, it won't fit. It won't change at the correct ratio. The difference between making something bigger and creating an offset is it will plot the distance that you choose from every single point around that shape. So if I do this now and go to Object Edit and create a 1.5 millimeter, in fact, let's make it bigger so that you can see, a 2.25 millimeter offset, it will fit perfectly. So you use your offset function. That's the easiest way to do it. You can do it in Canvas Workspace, but it's much easier just to do it like that. Okay, so that's how you do that bit. Right, let's get rid of those. I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, if it's not clear enough, we do do it in the classes. All right, so keep watching the classes. Right, I'm going to duplicate that. So we've got 2. No, I'm not. I'm going to put that one in the bin to start with because I want to add my rectangle. So we're going to add a square. I'm going to bring it on and I'm just going to set it on the mat. I'm going to bring it down here and I'm just going to stretch it a little bit to the size that I want it. So I'm going to separate the height and the width and I'm going to make it wider like that. And I'm going to drop it over there. I'm quite happy with that. Might just make it a little bit wider so it comes out at the sides. And then I'm going to keep that separated height and width and I'm going to make it shorter like that. Okay, and then I'm going to drag that up to there so it just overlaps. Then I'm going to use my directional arrow buttons to nudge it up so it's a little bit more precise. And then I'm going to select both pieces, press OK, and I'm going to align it centrally vertically and see if that works. Yeah, it does. That's perfect. And then we can weld it. So welding is digitally gluing. So I'll weld that together. So I've now got my house, but I've got somewhere that it will stand as a card. And that's important that you do that. Otherwise, it'll fall over. We don't want that. So I'm going to have to ask it to do 2 of them. Now I'm going to scan in this time to make sure that I've got enough space on my A4 piece of card. So when people say to me, do you have to use 12 by 12? No, you don't. You can scan your card in, but you can also change your cut area. So if I change my cut area to 8 by 11.5, it will only then work within that area. It won't go right over to the edge and it won't go down to the bottom. But you can also do it this way. So I'm going to scan this in because I can then show you the difference between a lighter background and a darker background. No, I didn't get round to doing the wine bottle card because everything changed. So we did the 6 o'clock show. What is going on today? Let's try again, shall we? And Marina asked, when did you do the piercing demo? It was on the show after the Tattered Lace launch.
That was the 14th, the 15th, 16th, 17th.
17th we did it. That's when we did that. Right, let's try this again. In fact, no, let's try it again. No, I didn't do the retirement card because I didn't get a chance. So we changed everything up. It happens quite a lot, but we will do it at some point. It was just going to be a basic card shape and a frame and then the bottles of wine. We'll try and do it at some point. In fact, you know what? We could do it. Well, it depends whether you're in the club or not. Let me think about that. Let me see if we can do it. I'm not going to promise anything because Stephanie and I are away every weekend till April. So it's a busy time. Right, let's do scan. And this time I'm just going to hold the card in place. It's because I haven't retacked this mat. I know it's new and it shouldn't need retacking. It's the way that it is. And I usually put stencil glue on, but I didn't have time this afternoon because we got distracted with other stuff. It's quite easy to get distracted. Right, so now what we've got is those 2 shapes. Now you really can't see that background very well, but if you make the background darker, you can just see the edge of that card and the edge up there. So scan it in even if it's a light colour, all right? And then I'm just going to go, please select, cut and start. And in less than 2 minutes, we'll have that card shape. And then all we'll do is put a score line across the top So we'll just score it with our stylus and our ruler, and then we'll glue it together, and then that can go on top. Don't forget to type win into the comments. We're giving that picture frame away. Let me go and get it, and then you can actually see what I'm pointing at. That will be going out to somebody. That's the Quirky Bird one. But I thought if I give you this one, you'll have an idea. This frame was from the range. I think it's £3.49, and it comes with a triple mount. So there's no point us even trying to stop them, because we'll never compete with that. But this, with these shops, would look lovely, wouldn't it? Anyway, someone's going to win that. Just type the word win into the comments, and we'll draw a winner at the end. Right, I want to show you Michael's book nook. I'm trying to do a million things here at once, aren't I? Here we go, look at this. Oh, hang on, gosh, me and technology, bear with. Hold the line, caller. Right, look at that. How fabulous is that? All finished. Isn't that lovely?
There's another picture without the light on.
There's another picture without the light on. If I scroll down, oh, there you go, look. How lovely is that? You've done a great job. Isn't that fabulous? And I love the fact that he's actually put it in between books. Doesn't that look really cool? Lauren did a cracking job on that. I'm trying really hard to get the next one done. If somebody can sell time, I would really appreciate it, please. That would be really good. If you could sell time and I could buy another 12 hours in a day, that would be great. Yeah, would that be good? I'd love that. Right, so we've now got our card shape. So I would score it probably there and there, but on the back piece. All right, so that will bend back then. So take your ruler. You could do it with a score line, but to be quite honest, we haven't really got time in this hour. So I'm going to put it against the bottom of the counter so I know it's straight. Find out, won't we, one way or another. And then I'm just going to use my stylus, and I've still got my stylus. In fact, I've got two. Found another one. I know, check me out. That's unusual. Usually you lose it. I've had it for 3 weeks now, not lost it. Right, so no, I haven't jinxed it. It's in my pinny pocket, so as long as I don't lose my apron, I'm all right. So I'm going to put a little bit of bookbinding glue on here, and then we'll get the other two built as well, because I've already got those cut. We're going to put this on the front, and then what I would do is cut. We will have bought you so many backgrounds with grass. There's even a grass border on your ScanNCut in your borders section, so we could use that. And then I'm just going to gently bend that back. Give us a minute while I find my score line. There it is. I know, it's lovely though, I love it. I got really excited when we said we could launch it today, because normally the SVG files now get launched and I'm like mopping it up on a Tuesday, and I was like, well, that's not fair. I want to launch them. Oh yeah, I do that. Oh, that's not fair. Plus, oh, Michael, how lovely is that? Great job. Can I just say that out loud? That was absolutely fabulous. I love it. Please send me them, everybody. mel@highlightcrafts.com. I was so giddy when I woke up this morning and it was there. I was like, look at that. Because we put all this work in, and our graphic designers are just amazing. To be able to see that you've done it, I think is absolutely lovely. Right, I'm just going to push that sign in. Right, so you could actually put your sentiment on there. That would be rather nice. But look at that as a card. It just needs to stick properly. How lovely is that? I'll tell you what, if you make and sell, your stand filled with these is going to look absolutely fabulous. Right, next we need a magic shop. We need a florist, and we need a hat shop, and a fancy dress shop, and a pub, music shop. We need a whole series of these. And then at Christmas, what shops do you want? Yes, what shops do you want? We could do Christmas. We could do a whole Christmas village. Oh! Right, whoever decided we were doing this has started a thing. And I'm like a dog with a bone, so you're not getting away with it, Sam. It'll happen. Because I'll come and sit next to you until it does and drive you insane. Right, that's your... I know there is that little bit of naughty.
Helen's asking if they'll work on her machine. She says, my machine, I have CM700.
Yes, absolutely. Same process, exactly the same thing. Bring it on, cut it out, job done. We are never, well, I personally, I'm never going to leave CM customers behind, because without you, we wouldn't have the SDX right now. So there you go. Yes, absolutely. Right.
We've got a cafe, we've got a toy shop.
Yes, all of that.
Santa's grotto.
Yes.
Craft shop.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that was the obvious one that we missed.
Kaz says she now knows where her stylus is. You borrowed it.
Do you know, I'll tell you why I'm always running short of them, because I give them away at shows. Somebody used to come up and they go, I've lost my stylus. And I'm like, oh, let me have a look in my box. And I give them all away. Because every time they brought out a new machine, I got a new stylus. And then I kept giving them away. Right, wine shop. This is cool. Look at all the little bottles. I want to sing 10 green bottles hanging on the row. Look at that. Now, this is on inkjet. I'm going to be really honest with you. I prefer them on inkjet. If I show you them on laser, they're nice, and you might think completely differently. You might like this look and feel. But for me, I just think it's really nice with this almost vintage look. What do you think?
I really like it. I think it makes it, I just love the tones.
I do too.
It softens it. I think this one I think premium would be a bit too strong for this one personally.
Well, you can't cut premium on your ScanNCut, can't put it on your map.
For the MCS, for me,
Yeah.
I would stick with pure for this one, which is why I love having both.
I would too. And this is on a laser and it's a bit plasticky.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like the difference between going into a toy shop and buying a really good quality model and getting it from Temu.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. We don't use that word here.
No, we don't. That's a swear word in this business. Anyway, right, moving on before I get on my soapbox and me and Diane rant.
Yeah, you don't want me on that soapbox.
What GSM is the card base? It is one of our posh cards. I'm going to say it's probably 220. You don't need a heavy one. The only thing you might find is because you've put in layers on the front, you might need to balance it with something inside. And what I would do is I would take the shop into my craft studio, so the artwork. I would take the opacity, listen to me, Diane, take the opacity back and have it as an insert. So you'll have that printed on a piece of paper on 140 that will just strengthen the back. But just by adding that rectangle means that it will do that. How cool is that? I tell you what, card shapes, that, oh, I can't wait to do loads of these. Sorry, Sam, you've started a thing now, love. That's it. You're not getting out of it. Right, now then, look at this. So your 3D pin flare 3D glue gel you will find on our website. And on this one, I've got another awning. So what I'm going to do with this, that's why I like using that glue, just for that sound. I know I'm a child. I am 6 inside. 56 on the outside, but 6 inside. Right, let's get all of that out of there and into there, and then that can go in the bin. Done. Right, so what I do with the awning like this, because I want it to stick out like an awning would, is I'm going to put the glue on here, but I'm going to put it quite flat across the top, and then I'm going to put a nice thick layer underneath it. So when I press that down like an awning would be, like that, the depth of the glue will keep it further forward at the front, and then at the top bit will look like an awning. Look at that. Isn't that super? How fabulous are these? I'll tell you what, this makes me want to go back to the beginning when I made and sold my cards. If you took these, I'll tell you what I want you to do. You know when you go to the hairdressers, make a dozen of these and ask them, put them in cellar bags with envelopes and ask them if they'll put them in the shop. And I'll bet you they fly out the door, because that is super cool. Go to your local dog groomers. We have one at the bottom of our road. I'm going to do that. Make these and ask them to put them and sell them for you. How cool would that be? Right? Local farm shop, cake shop. You've got to do that. You've got to do that. Right, let's build this last one and we'll see if we can get it done before. See, I do like that, but it is a bit, it's not as nice as those. I don't think, this is just my personal opinion. You might like the vibrancy of the colour, but for me, I like the inkjet. Right, 10% of pure has gone. Quarter of the stock of the pens has also gone. Those metallic pens would look great, just little highlights here and there. Right, this is your chocolate shop. This is great, look at this. Now you could put your construction weight acetate behind there. Oh, we're going to have so much fun with these. And tomorrow, Corinne is going to bring you the micro studio of this. So she'll be building all the scenes. And I just want to show you these. I need to show you these. Because look now. Look at this. How fabulous is that? And I made a boo-boo. Standard. Look at those two on there. How cool are these? They're brilliant, aren't they? But I did make a boo-boo and I sent it and it printed it portrait instead of landscape. But I have to say I quite like that.
It's quite European, doesn't it?
It's a bit Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You know, when they go to Sirius Black's house and it all moves and you've got the couple watching the TV in the background. But look at that. How cool are these? I'll tell you what, I'll go and buy some inexpensive frames and sell these too, because that is fabulous. And you've got lots of different ones. If you do 2 to a page, you can use your smaller ones. They're good, aren't they? I love it. Absolutely love it. And you love it too, because it's absolutely flying out. Thank goodness this is digital, because if it was dies, yeah, I don't think we'd have many left. Right, let's build up this. This is fab. When I lived in America, there was a chocolate shop literally around the corner from where I lived, which was lethal for me. But oh my goodness, you walked in and the smell of chocolate was absolutely divine. And my dad came over to visit me. And it was Father's Day, and I bought him a chocolate lady's leg with a garter around it. So it was all wrapped in gold foil, this garter around it. How we got it through customs, I'll never know. But he rang me and he went, the foot is solid chocolate. It was absolutely fabulous. But yeah, I'll never forget the smell of that chocolate shop was divine. Look, you've even got, look, your little cakes outside and your little money box underneath. Oh, Marina says, please launch Christmas in plenty of time. That's a message for you, Sam. It will be June, right? Christmas in June.
July.
June or July, whichever. So you better get working on it. Oh, can you imagine that? Santa's toy shop. We could go bigger too, couldn't we, really? Sam's like, give us a minute, aren't you? Yeah. Give us a second. Busy lad, or Sam, you know. Busy lad.
2 minutes left now.
That's perfect timing then, because look at that. So you've got your chocolate shop, your wine shop, and your pet shop. And tomorrow, what time is the MCS tomorrow? Is it 9 o'clock? I think it is. Is it 9? I think it's 9 o'clock.
Yes.
Wow, look at me remembering. 9 o'clock tomorrow, Corinne will be bringing you the micro studio of this. How exciting is that? By which time these will be dry, so we'll be able to show you these. But just add that rectangle into the bottom like that, and that will give you your card base. And then we'll just cut out some grass. Just grass like that. That's all you need. Fringing scissors are good for that. Like that. Or if you're in the club, I did the fringe flowers the other day with the strip with all the lines on. You could use that. And I can show you this because in here, in your borders, if I go down to the bottom, I'm sure there is grass in one of these. that you could then use. There you go. And you could cut that out of one of the papers or one of the patterns, so you've got the same colour and the same tones in there, and that could go across the bottom. Or you could just put your sentiment on there. It's cool, that, isn't it? Thank you for joining us this evening. Right, we need a winner, please. Don't forget to check out your baskets, because the sooner you do, no postage, no waiting. I know, thank you, everybody. No waiting. You can be crafting with this tonight. Den Hughes, well done, Den. Keep an eye out for a message from us, and we will get that sent out to you. Stylus is going in the pinny, then I don't lose it. And I will see you. What's on at 8 o'clock in the morning, Diane?
What is stamping and embossing?
Stamping and embossing with myself and Stephanie. That'll be nice. I will see you then. Have a lovely evening, and thank you for your company once again today. You take care. Lots of love. Bye.